Okay, ladies and gents, and welcome to today's Hokkaido Heroes. But we are kicking things off a little differently here today. As you can see, we are doing the draw for the Emperor's Cup. Yes, the fifth round of the Emperor's Cup, which contains 18 teams going into 8 games. Yes, there was 2 draws in the previous round. No idea who they were between, but 18 teams going to the hat for today's draw. And today's draw is probably going to be the episode after next. The next episode, of course, is going to be Vissel Kobe, and then hopefully this game, if our fixture list, of course, does not change. But who will we be versing? Well, let's head into the draw and find out. So we do have a J2 League team here in Akita, which would be nice to get. It would also be nice to get FC Kariya. Anyone else? We've got FC Ryukyu, which also would be good. Yamaga would also be a good one. Kelvia would also be a decent one. We've got Ren Mia. I wouldn't mind getting them. But then we do have some teams like S-Pulse, Grampus, Antlers. We've got Kagawa, Ski, Osaka, a bunch of teams. Marinus, Reysol, Tokyo. Basically, there's more bad than good. But hopefully we can dig out a little nugget of goodness in this draw. First of all, though, we have Tokyo or the Marinos. Now, Marinos, I think, will probably win that one in the end, but both of those are a difficult tie. We don't want this one. Good, we avoided it. A J2 League team is probably going to get devastated in that tie. Now, Reysol. We're just going to say Reysol. It's so much simpler. Against Grampus or the Antlers. Okay, that's nice because it's got them all out of the hat for us. Makes the draw a little bit nicer. Now, we've got Vortis. Vortis, it's not the worst draw. Vortis, I do believe, are one of the worst teams. If I'm wrong, there might even be a newly promoted team. So, that's not too bad. We could have got Osaka, which would have been a lot worse. We've got Hiroshima. Rain Mia is at home to Ryukyu. We've got Yamaga at home to Akita. So we're definitely going to get a J2 League team in the next round. Or, well, there's going to be a J2 League in the next round. That almost sounded like I was suggesting we're going to get them. S-Pulse will then verse Oita. And then we, of course, have Frontail versus Kariya, who... I feel sorry for you, Kariya. You've got to go away to Kawasaki Frontail, and even if they put out their backup players, they're probably going to destroy you. So, Tokushima Vortis, we have played them a couple of times already. I'm not quite sure how those went. I think they went pretty darn well, if I remember correctly. So, we play them down here. Unfortunately, I can't jump to our page because, of course, we do have one game to catch up on straight after this. Now, in terms of our previous meetings, okay, we'll beat them we lost 1-0. It's hard to do it because we're, of course, on their page. So we lost 1-0 to them at their place. But we, of course, have to welcome them to our place in the next tie. Now, in terms of the standings, they are... Where are you? Okay, 14th. So this could be a difficult tie. Now, the smart among you might have been able to do the mathematics on the previous page, but if you didn't manage to work out the mathematics from the previous page of how our last game went, well, it's time to hop into our catch-up, so I'll see you over there in just a second. As we headed away to bottom of the league, Sagan Tosu, you could have expected a rather simple game. In fact, we got a rather spicy one. They scored a minute in. We then went and equalised. Goalkeeper should have done a heck of a lot better in that situation, but Suga followed up his original shot and got the equaliser. We then went over to the right-hand side. Komai gets it across to Lopez. Miyazawa's shot blocked, little bit scrappy, but Song Krasin was there to deliver a second. 2-1 now. We throw it in. Song Krasin wins the ball, and it's a beautiful effort in the right-hand side to make it 3-1. The goals didn't stop there, though. As you can see here on the 62nd minute, they fought to the last breath. Often do went and got them a second one back, but fortunate for us, we managed to hold out. Now, as you can see from the match statistics, we were the far better team, quite frankly. We had many more shots, many more on target, 10 on target to 3, just to point out a couple of things. A 1.4 XG to a 0.58, 90% passing was doing great. 61% possession, we should probably be doing a little bit more against a team of this quality, but an 8.5 out of Song Krazing, that brace, and Miyazawa getting a 7.2 for Kim Mi-tai, Sugo with a 7.1 and a goal, and Havanio with a 7.2, all standing out. Now, little disappointing, Nakano with a 6.6 and Komai on a 6.4. We need more from both of those in today's game. But speaking of today's game, let's head on over to the stadium and crack on with today's match. Welcome everyone to the tactical meeting screen as we of course prepare for our game against Kashiwa Reysol in the J1 League. Now, there's not a lot of things to cover, as you can see. Few opposition instructions, and of course we have 4 changes to the team. But we are of course going to go to the next screen, have a proper look at those changes. So these are the opposition instructions. We are of course going to do it, and well, it's a very good pitch condition for today's game. 9,677 tickets sold out of a capacity of 15,349. Now it's a wet 20 degrees Celsius and it's calm. So how are we going to get on in this wet and not so windy game? Well, our team for today's game is Nakano in goal, a backline of Suga, Takamine, Havanir, Komai. In central midfield we have Arano and Fukai, Kaneko on the left hand side, Sonkrazin on the right, Lopez in the middle, and Nakashima up front. A bench of Owake Yanagi, Kim Min-tai, Yoshi the Hero, Ono, Sato and Oga Shiwa. That of course, as you will see, is because we have quite a few players who are out. So Fukumori's out with a suspension, Tanaka is out with a suspension, Miyazawa is a little bit lacking on the fitness front, AK-47, he's not quite returned from his injury, he's lacking on the fitness front. Lucas, same situation with him as well. So that is our team for today's game. It's going to be a difficult one, but we are ready for the challenge, and as you might have noticed, we have gone cautious. So this is our team. It's gone down pretty well with the lads. Our approach, 10 players, aren't particularly liking the formation, but they're gonna have to suck it up. So that is our team for today's game. Let's get on out onto the pitch, see what we can do. Before we have another tricky tie in our next episode, because our next episode we of course are going to go and verse Iniesta and co. So we really need to try and get something in these games, but we are definitely the underdogs. So we are going to punch fists. We've got nothing to lose, and Nakashima is liking that one. So we head on out onto the pitch, and I can hear some background noise, hopefully not music, because well, we don't want any DMCAs around here. Komai will throw it into Sonkrazin. Sonkrazin plays over to Fukai. Fukai holding up the ball nicely. Lovely ball to Lopez. Now with Kaneko. Kaneko gets it through to Nakashima, who drills it in. Unfortunately, though, the goal is disallowed for offside. It was a beautiful finish. Unfortunately, though, as you can see, he was in fact straying offside, and the goal has been disallowed. That would have been a nice way to start 3 minutes in, but unfortunately we have it disallowed. That said, as you can see, statistics wise, we've been the better team for the first 20 minutes. Our pass completion is on 93%. That is crazy. They've not had a single shot in 28 minutes. Jesus. 64% possession. We are holding the ball quite well. Our shooting needs to improve a little bit. 1 on target from 3, not so good. But we have just held them to 0 shots at home. This is a team arguably pushing for playoffs, and we are currently having a cracker. So 4 shots to 1 in the first half. 1 on target to their 0. 0.32 XG to a 0.29. 3 corners to 0. 5 fouls apiece. 0 yellow cards to 1 yellow card. 93% passing to 82. 59% possession to 41. They've had 1 yellow card to Richardson on the 39th minute. And we've of course had that 1 disallowed goal on the 4th for Nakashima. So I'm happy with form. Let's keep it going, lads. That has been a good first half. Let's see if we can do the same, if not better, in this second. We are, of course, going up to 10th place with the current result, which is nice. Nakano plays it short to Takamine. Takamine gets it over to Suga. Suga holding up the ball on this left-hand side, plays the ball down the left-hand side, unfortunately gives it away. It's now with Toshima. Toshima plays the ball through to Asaka. Asaka, oh, what? No, no, no. Thank you. Imagine it dribbles in. That would not be a nice way to concede. Komai throws it into Lopez. Komai gets it back. Will he cut inside? He does. Komai's going alone. He's gone past one, gone past two. Oh, that finish, Komai. Play it to someone who can finish. Komai plays it over to Arano. Arano now to Lopez. Lopez holding up the ball nicely. Unfortunately dispossessed from behind though. It's now with Rodrigo. Rodrigo's got past Tavernier. It's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Can Nakano? Yes, come on Nakano. And Rodrigo Angelotti will fail to score in the 1v1. But it is a corner to Reysol. It's whipped in. Oh, it sails over the bar. As we are heading to substitution time, ladies and gents. So, 63 minutes in, they are starting to level things on the statistics front. They're getting a bit more off the ball. Now, let's see what we can do to retain our solid position. Right now, Suga is having a rough game on a 6.5 and Nakashima on a 6.5 also. So, Ogashiwa, you are going to come on. It is your time to shine, my friend. We are then going to take off Suga. Now, do we bring on Yoshi or Yanagi? Yanagi, I guess, according to statistics. So we shall use our statistics and bring him on. Now, Takamine is not having the greatest of games. Unfortunately, though, we don't really have anyone we can bring on. We can bring on Kim Mi-tai. His fitness is already lacking a bit, though, and we don't want to tire him out too much going forward. So we're just going to hold off on that third substitute for now. If Takamine is having a rough game further into it, we might bring on Kim just with the last 10 minutes or so. And Arano is pushed. Let's go. Penalty. Komai. Can we steal a victory? Come on, Komai. Drill it in the corner. Yes, come on, Komai. The set-piece magician himself gets a 5th goal of the season, and that's probably his 3rd or 4th, which is a penalty. Maybe even his 5th, because I can't remember him scoring from open play. Komai is having a cracker in terms of finishing those penalty opportunities. It's nice. Songkrazin and Lopez, though, do need substituting. Now, we can't, of course, substitute both Songkrazin and Lopez, but we can take one off. So let's bring on the experienced head of Ono. Ono can come on, slide in that central attacking midfield role, and just finish off the rest of today's game. Takahashi, though, will collect it, and they are going to attempt to try and get an equaliser. It's now with Toshimin on this right-hand side. Plays it back for Kawaguchi, and Richardson shall hit it against the post. That was an opportunity. Fortunately, they did not use it. They do have another one here, though. Goya's cross is blocked by Yanagi. Yanagi will now hoof it upfield. Intercepted, though. It's nodded down for Arano. Arano collects it, plays it over to Fukai. Back to Arano once more. Gets it over to this left-hand side where he finds Kaneko. Yanagi now getting to Arano. Lovely passes in this central midfield area. Oh no, lovely ball over to Ogashiwa. One-on with the goalkeeper, but it's saved. Yeah, I don't know where my brain was going there. It was just saved, you know. So, oh no, with the corner. We'll whip it in, back post. It is nodded away, but Arano will collect. And that is the end of that highlight. Nakano will play it out. Takamin is just going to hoof it up and give them the ball back. These are the highlights I hate to see, because usually they end up in the opposition scoring a goal. Havanir, though, nods it down to Ono. Lovely wall up to Ogashiwa. It's got Songkrazin in support if he needs. Oh, he doesn't need him, though. He's got past his last man. Oh, he's chipped it over the goalkeeper onto the bar. And it's cleared away. That could have been the goal that settles today's game. Unfortunately, though, they have a highlight with 5 minutes remaining plus any additional. It's a clearance from Havanir. No, it's an offside. Rodrigo Angelotti. So, we've got 5 minutes? Yeah, 4 minutes of additional time. Right. Can we get through these last 4 minutes without conceding? Yes, we can. It's an upset, ladies and gents. We have just beat Kashiwa Reysol at their place, and look at that. Everybody put in a solid performance. Besides Nakashima and Suga, of course, on their 6.5s, but everyone else was great. Specifically, the best performer was Nakano in goal. He got a 7.6. And of course, Ogashiwa coming off the bench, 6.8, unfortunately hitting the crossbar. But if that went in, he would have got about a 7.2, I'm guessing. So not too bad. Also, Komai, 7.6 and a goal at right back, having a 7.5 in central defence. Now, as you can see, match statistics, they caught up and eventually overtook us. 8 shots to their 13, 4 on target to their 5, a 1.44 XG to a 1.51, 5 corners to 6, 10 fouls to 13, 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 90% passing to 84, and 53% possession to 47. But the only thing that really matters is that result of 1-0. And we are loving that one. So that was really special, lads. No one gave us a chance. Magnificent performance. Congratulations. Congratulations indeed, because that has moved us up to 9th place on 27 points. Now, we are expected, of course, to be around this place, I believe, in the 12th-ish spot. So we are building a little bit of a gap on where we're supposed to be, which is nice. We're showing a bit more development than expected. Now, I wouldn't expect us to be hitting playoffs or pushing for titles this year, but a nice little 7th, 8th, 9th, around that sort of area would be lovely to kick things off. Especially when it comes to acquisitions, because of course the higher up we finish, the easier it's going to be to bring in more players. Now, I have concerns in the week. Oh, Songkrasin is a little jaded and needs a rest. Well, I'm probably going to rest everyone, to be honest, because we have a very congested fixture lists. Actually, I say that, this is the one time we don't have a congested fixture list. 34 days away. I'm assuming this is because we have a transfer window, possibly. I don't know. If we do have a transfer window, expect some transfers in the next episode, as well as, of course, as the free catch-up games against Yokohama, Tokyo, and S-Pulse, because we will be versing Vissel Kobe. Now, Vissel Kobe, they're in a similar spot to Reysol, so we could get another upset in that one, or maybe they're going to put up more of a fight. I would expect more of a fight from them, to be honest. They are in a similar spot to Reysol, but look at this team. They have some ridiculous names in there. Look at that. Iniesta in their central midfield. He's on 400,000 a week. That's probably more than our entire team. There's a guy here on 20,000 sitting on the bench in Douglas. We then go further down. We have 17 grand here. Yagamaguchi. We then have some others. Okay, down here. Samper, he's on 13,750. And Thomas Vermaelen, yes, he's 34 years of age, but he's playing in Japan on 40 grand a week. He is an amazing player. So, we've got some big names to come up against in the next episode. But that is, of course, all for today. So, I thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.